Hello, my name is Goodchap, James Goodchap. Welcome to another feel-good episode of Art Trails and Tales. Today we're in the magnificent Mojave Desert, southeast California. And I'm going to share with you one of my favorite places to camp anywhere. It's too hot in the summer, but in the autumn and early spring it's just delightful. It's high desert, very little rain, and it's huge. It spans 4 states in the southwest, 2,500 square miles, and hundreds of animals and plants that can only be found there in this part of the world. Here's a few go for a walk photographs that inspired some of these elements. That tree there on the right. The cave bottom left. That bird up there. All made it in. When you see these things out hiking, they just take your breath away. It's easy to want to paint them and be inspired and place them into artworks like this. You feel them so much more. Okay, so you got your feet up, you have a nice drink of your choice in your hand, you're relaxing while I paint. That's the deal, you know how we do things around here. Be good? Okay, now be quiet. So, photograph, inspiration, tracing paper, make a drawing from that trace. Here's the Sawtooth Canyon succulent cactus in flower, and we've turned them into vectors. This is we're an illustrator right here, so I've got that thing scanned. Just took a photograph of this with my phone, then cleaned it up a little bit in Photoshop. I've painted several paintings with this process. If you look back in some of my video content, you'll see loads explaining the steps going through this. And has to do a ton of prep work, but so worth the outcome. Having cut these pieces, as I call them, out of the masking tape, this is why you have to do it on a wooden board. Obviously you couldn't do this with canvas, you couldn't do like the knife at it. So then you just trowel it on, lay it as thick as possible. You don't have to worry about going over the lines, just focus on the texture. The color you already know. Switching from the palette knife, which was rock texture, to just this very beat up brush. It really, the texture is what matters, and you don't need any finesse in getting staying in between the lines. It's important you just put in a ton of paint. You really want it thick. You want it a lot thicker than the thickness of the tape, and paint shrinks as it dries. I made enough paint for 2 paintings because the Tally Vineyards painting was up next. Do not run out of paint. Now, having painted that oil painting first, I had a pretty good idea where I was going with colours on this, although we did change it up quite considerably. Even with the sky just started in a very different place. Don't know why, just went there. This is a place you just spend a lot of time in and you just feel it, so where colour comes from, you don't have to dig too deep. Now, you know by this stage, we were just dying to get out the pink flowers. Colour without its opposite is dead, said Henri Matisse. Or was that Monet? Let me know in the comments. Don't be making me do all the work. But it does, doesn't it? Look at that green and that red really happen together. I always look to temper warm and cool colours next to one another. Colour passages are established, like you can see that flow of red going through there. Doesn't look like much right now, but wait till the black shows up. Off comes the tape. This is the best part of this whole process, I swear. This is so much fun. Be really careful though. While that delicious, thick, wet oil paint is so soft, you don't want to scuff it with a knife or dip a knuckle into it. This wonderful 4-inch wide oval painter's brush that I keep rough and ready. I use it just for the blue, just for the sky. That lovely curved texture right there looks like vinyl on a record, huh? And I'm really excited to say this is the last of 8 paintings that comprise the California mural. I'll tell you more about that on a future video. But for today, let's bring this lovely little watercolor home. Okay, almost there with all that orange and green going on at the top there. You know what we have to do, right? Get in a complement. Finish it with a nice shadowy blue. Just touch in the details that mean oh so much. Just like a little touch of purple out there next to the green. Gotta do it. Just a wonderful place to inspire and feel good, right? I'm very happy you were able to tag along today. I hope this location made you feel good and the paintings brightened your day. And anytime you feel like relaxing, just come on back to Art Trails and Tales. We'll go for a walk, see what happens. Okay, cheers for now. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him. Art, painting, photography, and design have been in my life for a long time. In fact, my whole career. I fell in love with photography when I was a graphic art student in Bristol, England. I've always been painting and sketching castles and dragons growing up in Wales. And guess what? I'm still at it. And you will likely come across some interesting art ideas and thoughts in this channel, and hopefully discover some really amazing places, lots of nature, some wagging tails, maybe even the occasional tall tale. Well, I like to call them conversations worth having. Now, I know a lot of folks haven't been able to get out to watch the sunset or walk with a dog again. I'm sorry for those of you who are posted up like that right now. So this is my cordial invitation for you to come and join us in our videos.